All right, everyone. Here we are with ticker symbol WKHS Workhorse Group Inc. And before I jump into this chart, I do want to state welcome to all my first-time viewers and investors to my channel, Invest for Tomorrow. I hope you guys find it informative and helpful and worthwhile. And for those of you that have subscribed before or have been my subscribers, I want to say thank you to you all for always commenting down below, engaging in conversation with one another, and just giving me feedback. That means a lot, speaks volumes of the community that we have here. And even when you guys have other information that I may have overlooked, I really, really appreciate that from you guys. So let's go ahead and jump into this chart. Resistance level was broken later in the day, and support was broken earlier in the day to the point that it hit lows of about 1457. It rebounded, leveled off, and then just skyrocketed to the point of hitting 1560. Let me see, 1562, and that was the highest point, and it hit it at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and move these resistance levels and supports to their new locations. And another thing too that I want to state is, could this bullish run continue? That's the main question here, and I am going to zoom in a little bit more. I know it's pretty broad here, the support that I'm showing you guys, but it is the lowest point before this run, and this is the highest point before the run ended, right? And the day ended. So these are the points, but I am gonna break it down a little bit so you guys have other points of reference to look at and pay attention to tomorrow. So 50-day moving average is 1523. This closed out at 1544, and it's back on bullish territory, right? It's above 1523. It's on its way to continue this rally. Could the bulls continue this momentum? That's the main question. Now, the whole EV sector as a whole had a slight dip and then it rose. I'm seeing it correlating from all the EVs. I'm not saying they all rode the same wave and the same way, but obviously it started here, right? Here, this was the closing price, and we ended up here. So even not even up here, just from here to here, no matter what happened all day, it went up by 20 cents. And going up is going up. So there was a recovery and it rose a little bit. Could this momentum continue? That's the question. If it does, the bulls are going to want to break through 1562, use that as support to continue their bullish run to break through new resistance levels. But they have to break through 1562 and use it as support. That was the highest point within the day and at the end of the day, and within that same 30-minute time frame, it got rejected and it fell down to a closing price of 1544. So this is going to be significant on how it plays out for obviously the rest of um, the day tomorrow and also the rest of the week, because this momentum can be used for tomorrow and upcoming days, but they need to break through the resistance level. On the other hand, I know the support is very broad. It's super far away from the 50-day moving average and the closing price, and that's 1469. That is the last point of bearish candlestick and lowest point before this run. 1469, if that gets broken through, the bears have significantly gone control from 1523, bringing it down to the support. And then if support gets broken through, this stock is just moving further away from 1523, which is the 50-day moving average, and falling into newer lows and support levels being broken by the bears and obviously being in bearish territory. But to zoom in and focus more, the first point of support, 1469, is significant, and I'd pay close attention to it if it falls that low, if this was to move very quickly in the day. But 1523 is the true first level of support, because that will let you know that this broke through the 50-day moving average and fell into bearish territory. Just because it breaks through it does not mean that the bears have gained control. So I'd pay very, very close attention to that. Now, if 1523 gets broken through, this is one of the leveled off bar sticks here, which is this one, where the bears tried to appear, but the run continued. And that would be at a point of 1516. That's another level to pay close attention to if it gets broken through and be used as support. But until then, if 50-day moving average doesn't get broken through and 1516 doesn't get broken through, the bulls still have some leverage anywhere up here to load up on stocks and work their way towards the resistance level to continue this momentum. We'll have to see how it plays out. We're going to see how it turns out tomorrow. There was a really good day here for most of the EV companies, and I'm seeing it in a few of them. I don't know if it's the hype from Tesla. I've been saying it in my videos. I could be wrong, but all of what happens to Tesla sometimes has a effect as well on other EV sectors because it really motivates a lot of EV sector investors to diversify themselves amongst different EVs or even load up on more shares because these are the few EV companies that are competing or will be alongside in the market of the EV sector in the near future. So these companies all have potential and they do tend to have some of that effect that Tesla moves positively, they move positively, and it just works that way. But all of them have their own news and their own investors that are motivated and attracted to certain prices. So sometimes it's not just Tesla, it's also the price point, and they see it as a discount and they load up on more shares. And that's how these bullish runs happen. Now, could this momentum continue? Yes, if the resistance gets broken through and they use it as support and they continue to work their way further away from the 50-day moving average and breaking through new resistance levels. We're going to have to see how this plays out. It's going to be very interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys learned something new, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and let me know you watch this video. Share this with your friends and community, and let's make some money.